In my previous Multiversus character concept, we took a look at how Steve Harrington from Stranger Things would be as a playable character. And today we're going to take a look at how the second best Stranger Things character, Jim Hopper, would play inside of Multiversus. So, let's get started. Originally, I thought Hopper would be a bruiser, but as I was coming up with his moveset, I decided on making him a mage/ranged character because I thought it would make the most sense considering a majority of his moves involve his skills with firearms. And before we get into his specials, his default appearance would be based off of his simple Hawkins police chief uniform. Now let's start with the grounded specials. His neutral special is Gun. With it, Hopper wields a gun. To be more specific, Hopper wields his iconic revolver and is able to make 6 shots before he runs out of ammo and starts a cooldown, where he will finish reloading once the cooldown is finished. His side special is Chevrolet K5 Blazer. With this move, Hopper hops into his K5 Blazer and can drive it around the map, hitting and knocking up enemies, similar to Wario's bike from Smash Bros. Hopper can also choose to get out of it, and once he does, it remains behind on the map as a platform to be jumped on or as a wall to block attacks. However, it can be destroyed, and once it is destroyed, a cooldown starts before you can use it again. His down special is Shotgun. Hopper shoots his shotgun down at the ground, launching enemies who are hit upwards into the air. He has 2 shots before he runs out of ammo and starts a cooldown. The last grounded special is Rifle. Hopper can aim his rifle in the air by holding down the special button. While you keep holding down the button, you can freely aim the rifle 180 degrees above Hopper. Once you release the button, he fires off 1 powerful shot. With this ability, you have 1 shot before the cooldown begins. Now onto his air specials. The neutral, side, and down specials are all the same as the ground ones, but the up special is different. His aerial up special is called a Knife Swing. With this ability, Hopper leaps upward, brandishing his knife. If he hits a wall, then he sticks the knife into the wall, allowing him to sit there without sliding. If he hits an enemy with the knife, then they get stabbed and start to bleed out. Before we get onto his normal attacks, I decided to give Hopper a passive ability called Chief of Hawkins Police. With this ability, once Hopper has dealt a certain amount of damage to an enemy, then he'll be able to use this ability instead of his neutral special. He charges forward holding handcuffs, and if he hits an enemy, then they receive the handcuffs and are unable to use any attacks or specials in an amount of time in proportion to how much damage they have accrued. Now we can move on to his normal attacks, starting with the grounded attacks. His neutral is Demogorgon Slayer. Hopper charges, then swings forward with the sword he used against the Demogorgon in Season 4. His side is Police Training. Hopper simply unleashes a 3-hit punching combo. His down is Mornings Are for Coffee and Contemplation. Hopper takes out a donut, then charges before throwing it forward, and if he hits an enemy, then they become weakened. His last grounded attack is his up attack, called Smoke Break. Hopper pulls out a cigar and smokes it, sending a puff of smoke above him, hitting enemies. Now for his air attacks. His neutral is War Experience. Hopper swings first from his right fist, then his left fist. His side is Upside Down Torch. Hopper stabs forward with his flaming torch. His down is Dad Bod. Hopper stomps downward, spiking enemies hit. Finally, his up attack is Triple Decker Echo Extravaganza. Hopper pulls out the Triple Decker Echo Extravaganza and swings it above his head, hitting the enemies above him. Time for cosmetics. His default, like I said before, is simply his police uniform, but he has 4 other alternate costumes. First up is a slight variation on his default look and features Hopper in his police uniform, but this time sporting his blue jacket. Next up is Hopper PI, which is his outfit from Season 3. Next is the Russian, which was the disguise he wore to infiltrate the Russian base in the finale of Season 3. Finally, we have the American, which is his Russian prison uniform from Season 4. Hopper would release alongside a stage set inside of his cabin. It would also feature 3 different emotes. First up is Hopper simply smokes a cigarette, secondly Hopper dances to You Don't Mess Around with Jim, and finally Hopper eats a donut. That wraps up this episode of Multiversus Character Concepts. I hope you enjoyed, and make sure to like and subscribe, as well as check out the previous episode on Steve Harrington, and comment down below who you would like to see in the next episode. Bye!